Hi, this is John Kelly. I've been getting some YouTube questions. I wanted to answer some, so let's get into it. First question comes from, looks like Hannah, and Hannah asked, can fault be changed in a personal injury claim? So Hannah's question's a good one because there's a lot of times where we have fault determined and the person that I'm representing is attributed some fault in the accident, in the collision, or however the injury occurred. And if the person that I'm representing has fault, it means that they can't make a full claim. If they're found to be 50% at fault, they only have technically 50% of damages that they can gather. Their compensation is determined by that amount. If there's 20% fault on a client, that means that they only have 80% of their case against the other party, if there's one other party. So it can fall anywhere on the, between 0 and 100 in Arizona. You can make a claim. But if you are attributed some fault, the question becomes, can I get that changed? Because I think I'm 100% not liable for this, and the other person's 100% liable. The answer to that question is absolutely yes. Fault can be changed. It can be difficult to do, and you'll probably want a lawyer representing you to make sure that that fault is changed. Let's say there's an accident, there's 80% fault on the other party. My client is 20% fault according to the insurance adjuster. Now that's just one person's idea of how to determine fault in the case. The police may have cited someone for the accident, but they don't sit there and write on their report what percentage fault they think both parties are. So it's up to the lawyers and the insurance adjusters to make a determination of fault and argue it out. And so if we have a disagreement about your fault and you think you're 100% not at fault for the accident, we can absolutely get that changed. It just takes some work, and a lot of times what we're doing is we're filing a lawsuit. And so if you file the lawsuit, you now have the opportunity to interview other witnesses, to depose them, to gather your own evidence, to kind of mount your evidence to make a determination change there. And insurance companies will change their fault determination based on what they see coming through from the depositions and from the witness interviews, from the photographs, from what other things that you can gather on your defense. And so usually a well-organized lawyer and law firm can put together and front load this process to make sure that that happens relatively quickly. There are times where there's just that disagreement, and ultimately that comes down to what a jury decides. If we can't get on the same page with the insurance adjuster and the lawyers that they hire, we may have to take a case all the way to trial, and a jury of the peers will eventually make that determination. I hope that answers Hannah's questions. If you do have other questions, or anyone has questions, please drop them in the comments. If you do have an injury case that's catastrophic, give us a call. We're happy to walk you through the situations of what might happen throughout the process and help you throughout it. Thanks.